What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the show. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys for hanging on, doing things the way it's supposed to be done. I appreciate y'all. You come back and you watch, and you watch, and you watch. I appreciate that. We're gonna jump into episode 4 today, season 2 of The Sopranos. I'm enjoying it so far. 3 episodes in. Not much has happened, but things has been happening. These new characters that have been introduced, they're the ones that are really causing all the issues in the series right now. Like the situation with Richie, the situation with what's her name, Janice, and also in episode 1, I did tell you guys that I'm looking out for Meadow. I think Meadow is one of the most important characters in the show. She's not involved with anything that the family is involved in, but she's a very interesting character. I think out of all the people that's not playing major roles in the show, she's the most interesting. And I think it's because she's a teenager, and I think because she's the most kind of like important kid, if I should say that, in the show to pay attention to, because the stuff that she gets into is typical things that teenagers get into, but at the same time it's like the contrast is really what's so interesting about her relationship with her family and stuff like that, and how she tries to manipulate them because she knows what they're into, she knows what they're about, so she tries to do these things to get her parents to react, but at the same time she's playing this manipulative game that is probably not going to end up well for her. So let's see if this turns out to be a good thing, that it's Carmela that's actually doing this, or maybe Carmela decided that she's going to let her clean up the house because she's responsible for basically this party happening at the house in the first place. If she's the one that sent her there, or was this Janice's doing? I think Tony is going to probably think it's Carmela at first, and then it's going to turn out to be Janice. But let's jump into the episode and see what happens, because I know he looks a little bit confused, just as I was at the end of the last episode. So we'll jump in and see what's happening. If you have not signed up for the backup channel yet, make sure that if you're watching this on Terabyt Reacts, if it just happens to, in some weird miracle that you found this on Terabyt Reacts, the original channel, I have a backup channel that's working normal, because the original channel is broken, notifications are broken. If you just so happen to find it, make sure you go to the description and subscribe to the backup channel as well. If you want to have notifications, turn them on so you can know when the episodes drop, because notifications does not go out for Terabyt Reacts anymore. YouTube has still not given me a solution to this. I don't think they know what happened, so we're still here, and I'm trying to make do as much as possible. It does hurt the channel, and I have to say that because it has hurt the channel. It has hurt the growth of the channel, to be honest, because it's not really going out there. I don't think the original channel is even being suggested anywhere anymore. So it's weird for me, but at the same time it's cool. I'm not worried about it too tough. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna push through. Hopefully it doesn't take me another 3 years to get back to that with the backup channel at least. So it is what it is. I just got to deal with what I got to deal with and just make do. I'm watching the shows because I enjoy them, not because, you know what I'm saying, oh, I want to make money. You know what I'm saying? Just sole purpose of making money. It's not even really about that. The money is a bonus, and yes, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The money is a bonus, and I definitely appreciate it, and it's partially why I do this, but it's not the most important. The most important part is that I'm enjoying myself, because I wouldn't want to sit here and not be enjoying this and providing constructive criticism on these shows that I'm watching and reacting to them. So thank you guys so much. Let's jump into the episode, and I will see you guys at the end for the review.
Dr. Soprano.
Okay, if my nephew comes in, he's got some questions for the doc, you know, about my hip and all.
Of course. Doctor will be right with you. Perhaps your nephew can help you with your clothes?
You want some help?
I'm not gonna take my pants off until I know that prick is gonna x-ray me again. Hurts like the fucking pit in a pendulum just to wipe myself. So what do you want to talk about?
Going over the other side. See that friend of ours over there?
My car operation.
Lose the miserable puss. It's mine now.
What's your question?
Our friend, what's he like to deal with?
What's he like? I only met him one time. He came over to Michelangelo, 1961. Now that was traveling. The fucking Italian line, the food, the service. Are you kidding me? We had some bon voyage parties on that boat. He's a serious man, Vittorio.
Serious how?
You know what I mean. Heads up, sonny boy. You don't listen to opera, Vittorio, which is a fucking break.
Isn't he like a distant cousin of ours?
Yeah, it's so far removed by now. Tonto's a closer cousin to you. We deal with him through a guy named Furio Junta. He speaks English. Going to Italy, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. I never went.
It's not over yet.
I can't even find an excuse
Naples maybe
for that.
months ago. Carrying containers, 2 cars to a container.
Junior had to get the operation over to who, specifically?
Ray Curto.
Yeah, okay, good work, Sal.
I guess it wasn't that guy.
Something else you should know. They're talking about the Multisanti kid might get his butt.
Tony, where's he at with Junior these days?
Ain't spoken months.
Are you being straight with me?
Oh, pussy! How's it going, Colonel?
How you doing, Jimmy?
What I hear, you in Puerto Rico? I was playing there once during the hurricanes. Never again, I said.
Who the hell is this guy?
Jimmy, let me introduce you to a friend of ours. This is Joey from Dover, Delaware.
No shit, I live in Dover. Here, Jersey.
That's right, I forgot.
Joey, you know where they got the name Dover from?
The Cliffs, I'm assuming.
That's right, right. Very good, very good.
Jimmy, does it fucking matter?
Joey, I knew this guy when he had social graces. It's for Marissa's oldest, 6th birthday. The kids are all grown, aren't they, Puss? What are you doing here?
It's my daughter's birthday.
I'm, picking up some shit for a bachelor party.
You know, I'm trying to think. Did I ever meet any connected guys from Delaware?
The fucking box looks heavy.
The answer is... No. All right, look, I gotta go, fellas. Joey, nice to meet you. You, Mr. Root Cocksucker.
See you around, baby.
Motherfucker.
Take it easy, that went fine.
What the fuck is he doing there? He saw me with you. Come all the way to a fucking party store and still somebody's gonna see you?
Sal, listen. That went fine. Just know this. You're doing a good job.
Look at this place. The mother country. Hey, here they make a real.
Soviets. Jesus. Who's gonna tell Artie that mule he spent all that money on looks like a used Trojan compared to this?
Notice the women? You know what I realized on the plane? Even the skanks are worth fucking.
Those were my feelings too. Oh, Paisan. Tutto ye, what do you call it? From a bello come qui?
Hey, you did all right. 2 definite agendas I got. Hit the topless beaches and see that fucking crater. I don't care what anybody says, I'm there.
Look at this fucking place, huh? Been here 1,000 years.
Hey, T, check out the paint.
Anthony Soprano.
Yeah.
Io sono Furio Giunta.
Oh, hey, how are you? Piacere.
Piacere.
This is the friend of ours, Sil, and me been talking to. This is Paulie. This is Christopher.
Ciao.
I don't think I could take this. I couldn't do this. Oh my god, that thing on the cheek thing, like I don't know, man. But I guess you gotta grow up in that culture to understand why they do. I know it's the type of greeting. It's like this, like with Japanese and how they bow to each other when they meet each other.
And I never heard. I'm sure he's a nice guy and everything, but Vittorio will be there, right?
Maybe no.
Commendatori. You are already checked in.
Commendatori, like a commander. I like that. That's respect.
Non ancora. Come vedi, dove... Furio, digli che noi con lo zio abbiamo scritto, abbiamo telefonato, ma non abbiamo ricevuto risposta.
And Nino says we always ask your uncle for more cars, but he was no supply.
That's why I'm here. Tell him we can fill any orders. And also mention, no offense, we were hoping Vittorio would be here. Anything you want to talk to Vittorio about that I don't know?
Che noi lo sostituiamo degnamente, anzi Vittorio.
Nino is a little, come si dice, disappointed in your attitude of him.
Mi dispiace, Nino. I'm sure that I will learn much doing business with a man like you. It's an honor.
Tutti i modi, chiamo innanzi. Si pensa che è un onore a lavorare con noi.
Ma perché mi rompe il palla? Digli di venire al fottuto dunque.
Nino is happy to be at your disposal.
My uncle's problem was he went to the Russians in Brooklyn too much for the cars. That he kept the best stuff for himself, shipped it off to St. Petersburg, Slovenia, and Montenegro. They got people over there that profited from those conflicts. They got fucking bales of liquid cash. And you got contacts in the markets over there. Tom, you try this octopus yet? I'm talking here.
Aiuti troppo poco. I russi e Brooklyn di fatto in mano.
You're like a fucking child with the food and the pussy. What's going on here, Paulie?
It was a big thing to me, T. I was never over here, okay? My brother was, and my other brother, the doctor, was, with all this bullshit.
Poco affare, Zimo.
Sì. Hanno fatto tanto affari. How much charge on car?
Mercedes ML series, very popular. In Eastern Europe, you can sell this car for 110, 120,000. My price to you, 90 grand.
90.000.
It's manufactured in America.
Sono due figli in droggia.
What do you fucking say?
Wait, Vito.
Hold on a second. Did he just say Mercedes were manufactured in the U.S.?
Si Vito, che sta?
Huh?
Dovevate fare questo. Poi analizza cara. Tesoro mio bello, come stai? No, Vito, permettimi di presentarti i nostri amici dall'America. Anthony Soprano.
Don Vittorio. It's an honor. I think something's wrong with the wheelchair.
He say Wilshire Boulevard. My name is Annalisa. I am his daughter.
Piacere.
Piacere.
Tony.
Georgia. Washington. Bridge.
Right. It's very good. George Washington Bridge.
Huh?
Mia, papà. State zitti, mo. Parlami altre cose, eh?
Is he sick?
Parlami pure ristratti.
Man, there's no translation for all this Italian.
No. You give this guy a golf club, he'll probably try to fuck it.
He's getting not better. He's getting worse.
3,000 fucking miles. You never said nothing about this guy, Nino. All of a sudden, he's my blind date.
Nino was denied from the police until 2 days ago. I don't even think Marozuka know he's here.
Who the fuck is Marozuka?
Mano Zucca ruined this family. Obviously, Zigatorio.
Well, then I should be talking to Mano Zucca.
Mano Zucca is serving the life sentence.
Hey, you. Come here.
Yes, signor.
Can I just get some macaroni and gravy?
Ma che cos'è questo gravy?
Paolo, he doesn't know what you say. You mean gravies. Uva.
Gravy. Tomato sauce. Ah. Isso a pasta capo un marone. Non gli piace questo.
E poi dicono che i tedeschi andare in classe su pizza in mezzo.
Scusate, signor.
Screnino, he's insecure. It affects everything he says. Capisci?
I will talk on the side to the ear of Annalisa.
What the fuck is that gonna do?
She is the wife of Mano Zucca.
Camillo, where's the pisciador? Downstairs, go left.
May Joe Deegan Espressa Way.
Okay, what is he practicing his English?
Major Deegan Expressway.
I'm sorry if he's hassled you.
You spent a lot of time in the States.
Papa went. I never been. English from school. E films.
God, she looked good, I tell you that much.
When can we get a chance to talk?
Signora, mi scusi se interrotto. Sono venuto per dire che questo problema è stato risolto appena fatto.
Yeah, very much now, are you?
Stay a while. I will as well personally give you a tour of the, come si dice, the surroundings area.
Avellino.
Where your family's from?
I don't want to put you out.
Ma no, per carità, anzi, you should have been guest to our house, but with my father conditioner. I send you the car at 9?
Fine. Tom, I look forward to it. Excuse me.
I'm gonna hoof it back to the Excelsior. I gotta take a wicked shit.
Can you stop fucking interrupting me? We've been up all night here. You know how these people are about formalities. Why don't you use the one in there?
I didn't have to go there.
Yo!
Non è stato niente! Solamente uno sparatrack!
It's just a kid.
Is that firecrackers?
The kid only got firecrackers on him.
Bruh. They just punched the...
Si fatica con voi! Che cazzo l'ha detta a te? Per fatica con noi, aveva fatto così!
Yo, it's different here, bruh. Like, it's different here.
I shank him.
What's a man's club? I'll send you one your size. Whole set.
So, Tom,
God. The
you don't mind me
view
calling you Tom?
is nice, no less. Oh
What
my.
can I do for you?
Well, you can introduce me to the boss.
You can talk to me.
A fucking woman boss?
So what do you want?
Never happened in the States. Never.
Our men kill each other. All my brothers, for example, they all got murdered. Or they go to prison. Rome has a war against us. But our men are in love to their mama, huh? So obeying a woman is not, come si dice, comes natural, huh?
Well, I'll be dipped in shit. You go around like your father's nursemaid.
I am my father's nursemaid.
Well, if an old man carries the respect of the troops, you keep him around. I did something like that myself.
We're cousins. You hungry?
I could
He definitely wants to smash his cousin, that's for sure. It's the close up of her mouth. She chews like a dude, though.
So,
Look at her mouth.
you wanted to talk about business?
You know that woman, they watch how they chew. She doesn't give a damn.
Why do you save your toenail clippings?
Why?
You want them?
Want them? If your enemy comes into possession of your nail or your hair clippings, they can make the evil on you.
Oh, it's
Well, I'm flattered
that
that you would
thing.
entrust me with your toenails, but can I pass without ruining the moment?
I already burned them. Nobody gets them.
A lot of guys today, they become soft living in America. You know, 1 in 5 guys, they're a fucking rat. You can't find anybody over there that believes in the old ways. You know, keep it silent, putting the family first.
So you want Naples, guys?
Fucking clairvoyant over here. That way I get guys with no ties to anybody over there. They'll be loyal to me, 110%.
Hai fatto buono. A me che merai.
What?
What do I get?
Well, you gain an obvious advantage to having your guys in that end.
How much you pay me for this man?
Pay you. Your profitability is gonna go way up.
What are you thinking?
Oh, Furio to start.
Furio! Who? Ma ti esce shame! Oh!
Back up. Take it easy.
I'm going to give you one of my best men, and all I get is a bunch of numbers in the air. Ma vera va.
Look, all due respect, hon. I think you're being a little short-sighted on me.
He's my cousin. He's one of my best men. Forget about it. It's not going to happen.
I'm asking you nice.
Or what?
Hey, look. I don't even think you understand. I want you to talk to your husband about this.
My husband? Fuck you. He's never coming back. So you have to fucking deal with me.
Up your ass.
Boss say to tell you 1 hour. Mangiamo. Dinner.
Mangiamo. I want to get the fuck out of here. You drive me to the city?
Sure. Absolutely. I have to ask.
What's it like? Working for a woman.
What are you gonna do?
A woman boss.
In America, you don't have?
No.
What?
Wait! Tony! Tony! Yeah, come down to eat.
Jesus Christ, is that all you people do? You had with Jim and wood chipper.
We need to finish our business.
I said all I'm gonna say. All right, I'm coming down.
Wamar.
Yeah, I know. Good digestion, right? Cheers. So what is this place?
My father was born in this house. Later we make the new one.
You're born here, and your kids are raised next door. It's a nice thing. You take good care of your father.
What are you going to do? Send him to Spitz?
It's nice little contrast there.
Vigilance! Ina mamma, yeah. This one needs to be stay with until he goes to sleep, huh? Bella mamma. I'll take you back in the morning. Yeah, come on, Jen. Eleanor, yeah. Alle. Yeah. Come on, Jen.
How many kids does she have? That was a disturbing sight. Jeez.
The island back there is called Progeda.
Madonna. Look at this.
Guarda che bello.
Gotta bring my kids back here. Show them all this.
In the olden time, the Sibyl of Kuma was the second most important oracle after Delphi.
I thought Delphi was in Greece.
Well, the Greeks were here, way before the Romans. And before the Greeks, there was somebody else, and before them, somebody else.
I did not know that.
Rulers would come from across the ancient world to hear the Sibyl's predictions of their future. She would sit inside the cave inhaling gases. I think I dated this broad. Possibly volcanic, though no longer active, and would speak in a voice not her own, delivering unto them their fates.
Let's go into the cave. The Sibyl said way back there. See that shaft of light?
It's a fucking trip.
The Sibyl were very beautiful. In most cases.
Oh, yeah? Got a premonition for me?
You? You're no problem to read. You are your own worst enemy.
Oh, is that right? Tell you right now, you remind me of somebody from back home.
Not your wife. Your girlfriend?
Oh, I got one. To answer your question. But no. Not her.
Is she someone you want to fuck? I can tell.
Oh, really? You know, everybody's their own worst enemy, so maybe
He's talking about the psychiatrist, I think.
You don't want to fuck her? You don't want to fuck me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That is extremely obvious.
Non fare la merda dove mangiare. It's bad business. We're in business.
Ma vattene, va. Vattene. Not at those price.
All right, you give me Furio, and I'll walk down the price of the cars to 85.
God, she's pretty, man. Jesus. Look at that angle right there. That's the money shot right there, bruh. Sheesh.
I get more
Her eyes are like hypnotizing the hell out of me right now.
75.000 per macchina. 75,000.
75? Damn, he turned it down for business. All right, Tony, I see you. I see you. All right, so that was episode 4 of probably the best episode of the season so far. When it comes on to going back and visiting a country that you've left, like I have been back to Jamaica. I remember the first time I went back, right? Everything seemed so small. This is my experience back. I can't even imagine like what it's like to not born in a country that you know your parents are from, or you know, or your grandparents are from, or whatever, and you go there for the first time, what that experience is like. Because I went back to Jamaica, I want to say, yeah, it was basically 10 years, exactly 10 years actually, after I came here. And it was a surreal experience. I mean, after like a day, everything just became normal again. But for the first day, like everything just seemed very small. For some reason, like the house that I used to live in looked pretty small, even though it's a 2-story house. Like everything just felt kind of small. Like I don't know if it's because I've lived in New York and Miami, why everything just seemed kind of small when I went back. It just, that's the experience that I remember the most out of everything. Like on that first day being back, everything just seemed very small. I don't think the buildings are small, but everything just became kind of normal again after like being there for a couple of days. But I remember that, just that part of it, like that's real experience. Like so and to me, like the house that I live in here, or the houses that I've lived in since I've been here, or in comparison to square footage, it's not as big as the house I live in back home. It's just not as big. So because our house is extremely, like, it's spacious, but I just remember, I don't know if it's just because of perspective or what it was, but the place just seemed very small, like everything was just kind of condensed. And things are kind of condensed back home if you look at it from a certain perspective. Things are like, stores are smaller, stuff like that. But building wise, if I actually should take the square footage of the house I live back home and this one I'm living in now, it's a way bigger house. It's a way bigger house. Like, it is. Like, it's very spacious. Like, nothing is like American houses, you know, a lot of them are pre-built, so you just accept it for what it is, or you can knock down some walls and make rooms bigger if you want to. But at the end of the day, everything is just kind of pre-built. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rooms, bedrooms, everything is just so huge, because the house I live in back in Jamaica has literally, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms, a huge kitchen, dining room is separate. Like, dining room is separate. A lot of houses that are built in America, they have dining room and living room together, like in one space. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you want to have a dining table there, you can have it there, or you can just let it be a living room. But for the most part, most houses are built like that, especially in Miami. I don't know about anywhere else, but in Miami, you have pretty much all the houses are built like that, like living room and dining room, or like together, like they're just one big room. You know what I'm saying? And you can separate it if you like. But in Jamaica, you have a big dining room that you have like a china piece, whatever that you keep, you know, china in, stuff like that. And then you have like the living room like right next to it, but it's a separate room, big, with TV set, blah blah blah, coaches, all that good stuff, right? So that's the experience that I had. So when it comes on to the whole situation, there was a huge contrast in this that I really appreciate about this episode, was that he's realizing that things are just not the same as America. It's just not. There's certain things that you are going to expect. You get what I'm saying? Because of what you've heard. And it's just not going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I've visited countries that, you know, that you expect them to be the same way. Like, I've been to St. Kitts, to give you guys an example. It's the only other country in the Caribbean that I've been to, St. Kitts and Nevis. So when I went to St. Kitts, I expected them to be Jamaican-like. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a different culture. It's a different country. So I kind of expected them to act more Caribbean, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out that way. It was like a new experience, just the same. Even though, you know, you're basically from the same region, you know, so it just worked out that way. But this episode kind of showed that Paulie was kind of expecting something that he just didn't get. You know what I mean? He was expecting, you know, pleasantries and people who are just going to sit down and have a conversation just based on the fact that he's Italian. But nigga, I don't know you. So you got to understand that too, because these people don't know you. They do, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to just, you're not going to be able to just strike up a conversation with somebody just because you said hi. Like, it's still a new experience. So sometimes you go to other countries and you're expecting a sort of behavior because you've probably went to like Chinatown and met some Chinese people, and you think it's going to be the same experience if you go to actual China. It's just, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You know what I mean? So that experience was really cool to see how they contrast that in the show. So Tony went to Italy to strike up a deal with the mob boss over there, which turns out to be a woman, because the actual mob boss is in jail serving a life sentence. So she, basically being the wife, took over the business. Not what I expected, but she's really cool. You know what I'm saying? I liked her very much. Very beautiful woman. So I can't sit here and be like, oh, she did not tempt me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She was a temptress, and I think she was willing to go ahead and do some stuff with Tony. But Tony turned her down. He's like, listen, man, this would be bad for business. Let's not do this. Because they obviously, I think she was attracted to him as well. And I think it's just the power that comes with that. Like, both of them are attracted to that. But I'm glad that Tony stood his ground on it. Well, not really, because he dropped the price a lot, you know, because at first it was like, we could do double. I'm like, another thing that they mentioned was like Mercedes-Benz are manufactured in the US, or maybe they were talking about another car, because Mercedes are not manufactured in the US. They may have a plant that they may have a plant where they put the cars together, but they're not the parts are not manufactured in America. I'm pretty sure Mercedes-Benz is a European. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's German. I don't remember what country Mercedes-Benz is from, but Mercedes-Benz is not American by any means. Those parts are way too expensive, bro. They're way too expensive. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, that's from personal experience. That stuff does not, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem to get those parts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go to the dealer most of the time for them to fix stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know this. I know for sure that it's not. That's why I was like confused when he said that. I was like, what? I was like, no. Unless he was talking about a different car, but definitely not Mercedes. But yeah, so that business is done. I also like what they were talking about with Carmela was talking to, you know, Pussy's wife, right? And talking to her about certain things, and, you know, why she should stay in a marriage. Now, I'm not one who's going to say that, you know, if you feel like that is the best move, that you shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to sit here and be an hypocrite. Like, if you're in a bad marriage and you feel like it is the time to get out if it's becoming abusive. Now, this is not an abusive marriage. Now, you could look at it and say, you know, because we all know Pussy got his side pieces. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. We know that all of these mobs dudes that have their wife, they cheat. You know what I'm saying? It's not a mystery to us as the audience. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's a mystery to the wives either. Carmela making that decision, I talked about it during the episode, her deciding that she wants to stay with her husband is not out of, oh, I'm doing this because, I'm not really sure if he's cheating or not. She knows this, bro. She has made a conscious decision, and that's why I say she has made that decision to be there and not be unhappy, and she still cares about him. As I said, there must be some deeper love that she has at the same time, but also she's gonna stay for the kids. She's gonna do that because, you know what I'm saying, she just feels like the benefits outweigh the negatives of the relationship. She can go through all of that. You know what I'm saying? And for you know, that's why she brought up all of that stuff to the other lady, Pussy's wife, because, hey, you got to consider all of these things, man. You can't, it's not just, and the thing about it is this too. A lot of times growing old with somebody, it is something that is not easy to find. Look at what's going on in today's society with with the divorce rate and stuff like that. Like, over 50% of marriages are not working out. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, you know, as I said earlier, I'm not saying you should stay in an abusive relationship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you should tolerate cheating, because that's my number one no-no in a relationship. Just don't cheat. I'm not doing that shit. I don't want you to do it. I'm not saying that if I'm out here doing stuff that you should stay with me. You have the absolute right to leave me for that. Now, I'm the type of person that would want to work on my relationship, whether it's I'm that's cheating, whether it's she that's cheating. I want to work on my work on the relationship. But if you feel if it's both of us that is cheated on each other, it's a whole different story. You get what I'm saying? I would probably try to make that work somehow. You get what I'm saying? But if it's a situation where you're cheating and I'm not cheating, it's just different. It's just different. That's just different. You know what I mean? So when you take a look at people getting divorced for the silliest reasons, you know, it just goes to show you that people are they're not in for the long haul. It's not to death do us part. You know what I'm saying? Cheating is a big deal. It is a big deal, and I've said that, you know, she has all right to leave the dude. You get what I'm saying? She has all right for whatever reason, you know. But I think it's a little bit, Carmela's situation is a little bit, because that's not even what she's talking about. She's not even talking about pussy's cheating on her and all this other stuff. Like, she's not even concerned about that. She's concerned about the fact that he's not really showing that he cares. Like certain things that she will tell him, like she told him about the cancer news that they found a lump under her armpit or whatever, and you know, she got tested. He wasn't, like, he didn't really care if she was healthy or not. That's a whole different story. I don't think that's something you should divorce somebody over. Like, I think that's something that, you know, he was worried about something else. If you were paying attention to the episode, he was completely worried about something else. So I love the contrast there, where now that Tony is back in America, you know what I'm saying, they were showing shots of outside the window and was showing you how different it is from when they arrived in Italy. It was just a different experience. You know what I'm saying? They were happy to be there, and then when they come back home, they're just like, oh man, we're back in this damn smoked out city again. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. And you know, when Tony came home and then, you know, he said he's home and nobody was there to greet him, that's just awesome writing right there. That's just awesome writing. They did a great job with this episode, and I think it's one of those episodes that I'm probably gonna look back on and be like, this is the reason why I'm watching this show, because they do stuff like this that is not really about the world that they're living in. It's really about our world that we're living in and how we perceive certain things based on, you know, just our experiences and stuff. So it's just great to see. But in anyways, guys, that is all I have to say about this episode. Sorry this review was a little bit longer than usual, but hopefully you guys have watched and enjoyed and understood what I was saying, because sometimes when I do things off the cuff, I know it doesn't come out all the way out all the time, you know, and you know, it takes a while for me to get there, but I think you guys must have gotten the point from what I was just trying to say. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.